Fathomless by Jackson Pearce. Um, I don't, there might be spoilers. I really don't know. Just gonna ramble and ramble some more. but yeah. Okay, so in Fathomless, which is Jackson Pearce's latest fairy tale book, actually it's the last book that came out from her, but you know, she has some other books out too. And I really liked Fathomless. I couldn't read it for a while because I was busy, and then I had reader's block because I was still like living in another series' world, and I couldn't handle leaving. So I really liked it because we know a little bit more about the Reynolds family now, because I mean we've met two of the boys in Sweetly and Sisters Red, but we finally see a little bit more of the family with Anne, Jane, and Celia, because, you know, they're awesome. And they have, like, their powers and stuff, and they've never told anybody, so they're all separated from their family. Their brothers are off doing whatever, and their dad has Alzheimer's, and their mom's dead, so they kind of just live in this school dorm by themselves. And, you know, they're doing fine on their own. They practice using their powers on, you know, the local boys during the summer, because that's what they do. Celia doesn't really like it so much, but she doesn't really like her power due to the nature of it, like what it is. She keeps seeing everybody's past, like all of their memories, their horrible ones, their great ones, you know, things that she would really rather, like, not know. So, you know, she sees all that, so she doesn't really think her power is useful, because the one time she tried to help her father, to help remember, it didn't work. So she kind of lacks some confidence in herself and her abilities, so she's not too happy a lot. She just kind of tags along with her sisters and whatever they're doing these days, and then she meets Nadia, or Lo, rather, the ocean girl, when they saved Jude together. So she meets Lo. She accidentally touches her, and she sees that her name was Nadia. She, you know, sees all of Lo's memories that Lo has forgotten. And so she meets Lo down on the beach, and she helps her remember. And, like, Lo kind of has, like, this split personality. She has, it's Lo and Nadia in the same body. Like, they keep fighting for control throughout the book. And she tries to help her. Celia really does try to help them, but it's hard, because, you know, they're so desperate to remember and desperate to be normal again, because they don't want to be stuck in the ocean. They don't want to forget. They want to remember their lives. They want to go home, or at least Nadia wants to go home to her sister, who we met in Sweetly. And, you know, it's it doesn't really work. And Lo finally finds out what happens to the ocean girls, you know, once they've grown old, as the phrase was in the book. And it's, she didn't want to become a monster. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to kill anyone. She really, she wanted to be human again. But she didn't want to do it at the cost of another's life. And she also didn't want to turn into the monster that the old ones turn into once they reach the surface again. So, yeah, there's gonna be spoilers. Sorry. But in the end, when the whole showdown happens with the wolves and the ocean girls that have, you know, grown old and got to the surface, Celia comes. She's still trying to help Lo and Nadia, you know, them together. But, you know, the wolves are there, two of Nadia's sisters are there, and one tries to tell Lo, or Nadia, whatever, who was ever in control. By then they were both so close to the surface and fighting for control like every minute. They told her that if you drown somebody you love, like you find this out in the beginning, if you drown somebody not who you love, who loves you, you can get your soul back and become human. Well, they try to encourage her to drown Celia and take her soul. Unfortunately, Lo doesn't want to do this. Nadia does. She wants to go home. She wants to see her sister again. She wants to be at the store with her dog and all of the candy and stuff. She wants to go home. So Lo and Nadia keep fighting for control, and they're trying to save or drown Celia, whatever happens. And, you know, Jude is there, the boy they saved, and he tries to help, only there's like a massive storm going on, so it's really not that easy to swim in the ocean. But yeah, and it's just, it keeps going, and Molly tries to bargain her freedom by giving the wolves the triplets and Jane and Celia. She tries to bargain by, you know, she's trying to buy her freedom back. So, but it doesn't work. She just, I'm not sure if she actually planned on handing them over, but once she got close enough, she killed the main, like, head alpha wolf guy that was in charge. And then there's like an all-out brawl, and then things happened, and there was only like a few left, maybe 3 or 4 by the end of the fight that was done. So, and then that's how it ended. Well, actually, and then Lo eventually gained control, like full control of her body and mind and stuff. But instead of just forgetting and giving in, she decides to help some of the other ocean girls by taking them to Celia so that, you know, she can help them remember, help them, you know, stay where they are, which, you know, they don't want to turn into monsters. I mean, they always had their myth of that they turned into angels. They would gain their freedom and just be able to fly off, but that wasn't true. So she talked to some of the other ones. The younger ones more believed her than the others, so she tries to help them, and that's basically where it ends, where they're just, you know, kind of trying to help each other and live their lives as best as they can. It was very good. I liked the way things were going. I liked Jackson's 2.5, 2.5, whatever phrase you want to use, points of view that there was. It was very, you know, interesting. I loved it. I loved how, you know, Lo and Nadia were aware of each other, and they were fighting each other the entire time to gain control of their body because, you know, they both want to survive, but they have different ways of doing it. And it was just, it was amazing. I keep saying I love it, but I can't express how much I loved this book. And just, and then Celia's character development throughout the book, it was very good. In the beginning, she was just kind of Anne and Jane's sister there along for the ride, and she didn't really have, you know, any plans of her own, any kind of personality of her own. She just did whatever her sisters told her, but throughout the book, she learns to grow. She starts, you know, hanging out with Jude. I'm not really sure they were dating. I think they were kind of dating, but and she was helping Lo slash Nadia, and you know, she grew throughout the book, and it was kind of awesome. And you know, so did everybody. Like, Anne and Jane realized that, you know, Celia is their sister, and they might be stronger together, and their powers might be stronger together, but Celia is still her own person, and she has different views on, you know, how they should use their powers. So they learn to grow together, and it was very good. I liked it. But I like all of Jackson's books. She's awesome. And I can't wait for the new one this year. It comes out sometime later, I think August, so perfect birthday present for me, so but yeah, I don't really know if there's anything else left to say. I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Yeah, no, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It was very good. I would recommend it, like, especially if you kind of like mermaids or werewolves or stuff, or, you know, people with psychic powers. You know, just, it's an awesome book, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. So, but yeah, just you know, what are your opinions of the book? You know, just kind of, you know, just tell me what you think. You know, do you have different opinions? You know, alright, just, you know, let me know what you think.